Well, Mason Greenwood contract talks coming in through from the side of Getafe to Man United, and he has been really there for a very, very long time, and he's almost gonna make a season there, and a decision is yet to be made. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share if you're watching us for the very first time. Endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. We're having a story coming in through from the Insider United, confirming to us that the story I brought you about Marcus Rashford yesterday, that he was really injured, is really right, but the injury was not all that huge. It was just a knock that resulted into him coming in through to obviously be really taken out, meaning that was like a precaution. And Tom Huddleston, he's one of the managers that manage the youth teams of Man United, has come out and really spoken out loud onto how he was impressed on his first sight on Kobbie Mainoo. So we are here to obviously bring you these three stories. Then later we'll let you go, and then we plan to bring you more stories. I'm having a story of Rasmus Højlund being uploaded by one of the best strikers in the world. So stay tuned. That's why I always tell you, if you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily, and it's always ready. Now let's go straight to this story of Mason Greenwood coming in through and obviously making headlines again. Now, Time Sport has told us that Getafe are ready to open talks with Man United about extending Mason Greenwood's stay at the club. Getafe are willing to discuss a permanent deal, although there is a belief another loan may be the simpler option. So, Mason Greenwood's future is hanging in balance because no serious decision has gone ahead to be taken by the officials at the club of Man United. That is it. No one has gone ahead obviously coming through and really confirm to us exactly what Mason Greenwood is going to be about and what his future is all about. When Sir Jim Ratcliffe came in through and really got asked, he really told us that Man United just needs to obviously sit down and review everything and how everything was really put out, then a solution will be made. But right now, Getafe looks like they are planning to obviously have this guy onto a permanent deal that United might not really accept because they might not be able to obviously really buy or match the asking price of Man United. All else, they have to obviously cough in like £40 million to sign the player. But for Getafe, they really have what we call a 20% sell-on percentage if at all Man United sells Mason Greenwood and don't really get him back at the club of Man United. So for Getafe, the best they can really do is simple. They can just really put in a lot of effort and really try to convince United to really get this player on a loan again. And that long season loan again will see to it that Greenwood will spend another season at Getafe. And I think he's excited. And a player like him, who is just 23 years of age, sorry, is he 23? I think he's 22. Let me check here. Greenwood, how old is he? Greenwood Mason. He's 22 years of age, meaning that 1st October is going to be making 23 years of age. That means that at that age, if he spends one more year there, he'll be leaving that side when he's like 24 years of age. And for Man United, I've always come out and reiterated that that is the best deal that Man United will ever get. That is the best deal that we ever get, because if you get Mason Greenwood, loan him to Getafe again, he will score close to 50 goals. A season he can even score 30. And when someone scores 30 goals a season, you know how much that person is worth. £100 million. I think if we really hurry up to really sell Mason Greenwood, we are going to find ourselves in a situation of really not getting the best out of him. That is it. And the moment we obviously really do it, that will really get us the amount of money that we want as a club of Man United. So I would really expect people to ask me, his contract is going to run down, what are they going to do to obviously keep him here and then loan him? Obviously, you tell Mason Greenwood, you're earning £75,000 a week, can we really offer you £150,000 a week? We double your salary and we take you to Getafe. You take him to Getafe, he really has another brilliant season because he's not an injury prone player. It will see Mason Greenwood score close to 20-30 goals, and United will be earning twice the amount of money they are willing to sell him this summer. And I see no reason for us to hurry to obviously sell him at that price, because you should really see him get that amount of money when you're selling him. 80 to 100 million pounds, if at all he really gets a second, if he really gets himself a second side, of the team of Getafe. Second full season, he'll obviously do the needful and really let everything up and running. So that is Mason Greenwood for you. But one will also say, I can welcome this other thought that sell him to Getafe at 40 million pounds. After selling him to Getafe at 40 million pounds, get him what we call a sell-on clause, like 30%, because if they buy him for 40 million pounds, they can sell him for 100 million pounds, and on that 100 million pounds, you can get like 30 out of that to really make it 70, meaning that they'll stay with 70 million pounds, and they'll have already gone ahead to aggravate their sell back. That is it, coming in through from Mason Greenwood. So that's it, coming in through from the man himself, Mason Greenwood, and wait and see how that is really gonna pan out. And for Marcus Rashford, yesterday I brought you a story that really got injured in the game of Man City, but the United insiders gonna have to confirm to us that rumors that Marcus Rashford injured are untrue. He did have a knock in the ribs, but he's training as normal. Now, today is Tuesday, not so? I don't think that Man United is going to hit to return to the training ground right now. I think they're going to return on Wednesday because they have to prepare for the game on Saturday. I think Ten Hag won't really take them on a run unless those players that never featured into the game of Man City and those that came in don't really have limited minutes, like Amrabat, Kambwala, Foson, Anthony, then Amad Diallo, Eriksson, and very many others that are really important in such a beautiful kind of game. So, for Marcus Rashford being okay to train, that will be really good news, because if you're playing against Everton, yet there is a boost of Rasmus Højlund to return, that will be one of the biggest interests that I'll obviously be looking at. That if you're having Rashford, Rasmus Højlund back, and Garnacho, we've not gonna hate obviously find ourselves really losing out on anything if at all that guy is gonna hate obviously start a game of football. So you want the password? Bring it here. Take one. Laptop. So, sorry for that. I had someone to attend to here, but it's all okay. So, for Marcus Rashford, I'd love to see him really playing on the left and Garnacho playing on the right when you're playing against Everton and in the remaining games, as we really chase for the first slot. And I really know that we can really get that if Rasmus Højlund can keep himself fit and Anton Martial joins him later in April, because all we need is get Rasmus Højlund back and Anton Martial back, such that Rasmus Højlund doesn't play all those games, all those minutes. Like he plays like 60 minutes, take him off, bring in Anton Martial. In certain games, you start Anton Martial and really get this boy off the bench to come in through and do the needful for Rasmus Højlund. So I think that's the best alternative that the club of Man United will ever really see. And for Marcus Rashford to only be having a knock is a huge boost at the club of Man United. And I'm really excited that he's only having a knock, because we don't need to really lose more players to injury, as it has always been a song this season. We are having very many injuries, Harry Maguire, Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, Malacia, Lisandro Martinez, there is Mason Mount, Anton Martial, Rasmus Højlund. So if you're having 8 injuries, you wouldn't obviously be liking to get in more and more and more at this juncture. So let's wait and see how that pans out. But Marcus Rashford is back and is going to be training, and he only really had a knock in his ribs. But the manager told us that he was really not fit because he was really injured and his fitness levels were really not to the expectation, but went ahead to score a very brilliant goal into that fixture. Then lastly, let's talk about the coach of Man United. I think for the under-18s, he really had the following to say. That is Tom Huddlestone, formerly at Tottenham Hotspur. He said, "On my first day at Carrington, I came up and really had a look at the lads in training. I was speaking to a friend on the way back home and said, there are 2 lads who stood out during the training session, and one of them is a player called Kobbie Mainoo. He looks like a young version of Yaya Toure. So he's really exciting. I really love the player, and every time I'm gonna hate to see him play, he's really good. From when he was 16, when they really went ahead to win the FA Youth Cup with other Garnachos, he really stood out in that midfield, and he saw to it that he was a player of different quality, and that's why Ten Hag found it easy to put him into the team of Man United, and has going to hit to start close to 13 games in a row ever since he made his debut when you're playing against Everton, where he went ahead to boss the game. And even at Man City, he was really good, though we are not all that good in the offensive area, but defensively he really won lots of duels. Those headers, the blocks, the checkmates were really nice, and I really loved how Kobbie Mainoo went ahead to play. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokan David is my name. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. What are your thoughts onto the new Mason Greenwood contract talks? Into the comment section below. What do you make about Kobbie Mainoo exciting Tom Huddlestone and Marcus Rashford injury boost? He only had a knock. It was not a serious injury. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Rokan David is my name. United Matters channel it is. That's it for now, and I'm going to be returning in the next 2 hours to bring you a story of Rasmus Højlund being hailed by the man himself, Haaland. He's Erling Haaland of Manchester City. Ciao, ciao.